Hello and welcome back to Blackwatch Intel. My name is Crashy, and today we're going to be talking about a couple ideas I have, but the video is mostly going to be about Sombra. Now, Sombra is such a unique hero. She's super fun. She's a hero that, I feel fits my playstyle, but doesn't fit the role that I like. And that's always been kind of the weird thing about her. Obviously we've seen, professional players using Sombra as support, and she's kind of like a flanker because she's stealthy and she's quick and she has a lot of mobility. But overall, her damage output is not great in terms of, being a strong DPS pick. She's, got her gun and that's it, and everything else is more focused around controlling and kind of manipulation and things like that. So while I think Sombra is one of the few heroes in the game that are just super cool, I do think that there should be a little bit more to her, and I don't know how you can buff her much more without making her ridiculous in a very singular way, but maybe there's something that they could add to her. So, like I said, I do have a couple ideas, and while the main idea is focused on Sombra, I kind of want to just go on ahead and talk about that a little bit later on. I'll bring up the first idea and we'll go back to Sombra. So the first idea I have, one thing about Overwatch that kind of frustrates me is just the kind of, it doesn't feel like the game teaches us very well. There are so many things and little nuances and, the appropriate timings and the little tips and tricks, and there's nothing in game that you can actually go and look at that gives you all of the information. And I feel like that's a flaw. I feel like you should have everything at your disposal. And so I kind of had this idea, that they could create an entire menu of the game, and it's basically like a user's manual for joining Overwatch, and it would have all of the literal, exact fine details, how much damage does, Genji Shuriken do, and how, what's the cooldown on, the Helix rocket, and how much damage does it do. And you could, learn everything about the game if you actually wanted to go and study this. Now, obviously, the developers would have to implement this into the game, and the developers would have to update it as they make changes and as they add heroes and, as tweaks are made and stuff like that. But I think that it's a resource that the game actually really needs. The most popular video on our channel is the Swift Strike tip for Genji about using Swift Strike before popping ultimate, and it's the same thing with current version of Mercy. You want to make sure you res before popping Valkyrie so you can res again. And I feel like when you look at the abilities, the information isn't fully there. You don't get all the details, you don't get the numbers, you don't get the cooldowns, you don't get things like that, and it would be a great in-game resource to add. So now, because I just wanted to add that idea into this video, let's go ahead and talk about Sombra. I think, just looking back really quickly, I think that would be a really cool idea for them to have, so people could just learn the game a little better and actually try to master things and get all the little ins and outs of their favorite heroes, and just get more game knowledge. More game knowledge equals better game sense equals, becoming a better player. So that could be really cool. Now, my idea for Sombra. Sombra is very supporty in nature. She has the ability as an offense hero to get healing done. She is, all about control. We've already said all this. And I had this idea, and this kind of ties into the advanced manual of the game. What if Sombra had the ability, kind of like Zenyatta in a way, where it's single target, but what if Sombra could hack her own teammate? And this idea actually is kind of partially coming from Scrubby, and I'll link his channel in the description below from his Overwatch video on Sombra. But what if Sombra had, and I'm going to kind of expand on this idea and kind of make it my own. What if Sombra had the ability to hack her own teammates, and depending on who she hacked, it gave them a very specific perk? Now, here's the thing. I can't sit here and tell you what that perk is for every hero, because it's something that would actually have to be developed for every single hero based on Sombra, but it would just be one small perk, one little thing. Whether that's Reinhardt's shield charges 15% faster, or, Soldier 76's cooldowns are reduced by 10%, or, Genji, I don't know, gets the triple jump back. Y'all remember all the old school triple jump, right? And so how cool would that be to now be in a situation where you have to hack either your enemies, the health packs, or your allies in the middle of a fight? You can hack your ally and give them that perk, and it would have to be very apparent. It would have to almost kind of be like a short animation staticky version of like what a nano boost would look like, something that they can visually see their hands change purple for like a second or something like that. What if you could do that? Like, wouldn't that be so cool? And like I said, this would take ridiculous implementation. This is not probably ever going to happen, but I loved this idea when I started thinking about it. What if you hack, you know, Torbjorn and his turret goes up by like 100 health or something like that? I don't even know. Like, there's so many cool ideas you can have that could, in a way, make her what I want to say is a little bit more viable, or at least just a little bit more unique. Like, that's so cool, because hacking, actual hacking, is, you know, kind of just changing, altering, breaking into programming. And why couldn't she hack her own teammates? You know, hacking doesn't have to mean you just can't do anything, or those heroes can't do anything. She could hack them in a positive way, give them some upgrades. You know, what if she hacks, who did I already said Soldier 76, but I'll say him again. What if she hacks Soldier 76 and his gun magazine is, you know, 10, 15 bullets larger? I just think there's so many cool ideas. I mean, I could go on for days about what these, you know, friendly hacks could do, and it would be single target, and it would have to be a small enough buff to those heroes on that, or like that ability, or whatever we're doing with it, that it's not, you know, crazy OP for one hero. Because like, say, I don't know, say Genji like charges his ult like 30% faster. Well, then you're gonna run Genji Sombra in weird crazy dive comps, and you're gonna have insane EMP Dragon Blades all over the place. So it would have to be very kind of chained and you know, not something that could go too crazy. But I think it could be a really, really cool way for Sombra to just be more unique. I love the hero. I wish she was a little bit better in matchmaking. I wish that, you know, she wasn't this weird hero that's so niche that you really only see her at, you know, professional play, because she's so cool. Like, she's just one of my favorite heroes in the game, and I realistically don't even get to play her very much. And when I do, I gotta be honest, because of the way matchmaking works in solo queue, and because of the way the hero works, she never quite fits into the team comp. And even like the gameplay that you're watching, depending on how far we've gone, we actually lost this game, and I felt bad, because I was trying my best, and we were changing up the comp and trying to make things work, and I was actually communicating a lot, but we actually ended up losing this one. But in any case, I think it would be a cool idea for Sombra. I wanted to bring up these two things because, one, more information on the game is definitely better, and two, Sombra is unique and cool. I love that. And I thought this could be cool too. So thanks for checking out this video. Please do not leave without leaving a like and subscribe for future content. I appreciate it again, and I'll see you on the next video.
Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel the fire inside of me? Do you see the sparks that I'm setting free? Does the beat take you over? You just